Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. It is Midweek Wednesday, and I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and we are here on the couch, and okay, so.
Man, you always start out the show like, and so, you know, do you ever have anything to apply at the beginning of the show? Like,
no.
Inside, like you've been training on something? Like
No.
me and the Shuffle Girl
No.
dancers? No, you have nothing.
I have
Just,
nothing.
Here I am.
I am here.
You're here. Okay, well, we got a good show today.
Okay.
Because I kind of set up most of it.
He said,
And
I left Mark in charge.
And you know how I like to do a little, thing where you act like somebody and I act like somebody?
Oh, no.
We're not doing that.
Okay, good. Good.
We're not doing that.
Good.
But it's going to be, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to give you a scenario after we go through the news at the end.
Uh-oh.
And you're going to have to come up and play detective, okay?
Uh-oh.
And give your best answer, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get on with the show here. You want to get out the furry friends?
I do want to get
Let's
out
get out
the
the furry friends.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right, so who do we have here?
Well, hold on. Look. Boom, right there.
Mm-hmm. We have Diamond and Emerald, sit in by Tom and
Tom
Rhonda.
and Ron. Now, you were arguing with me about all this, but it's very simple. The email was simple.
Okay.
It said that this is Diamond. Diamond is Emerald's mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is also the mother of Jared Crocker's dogs. Oh man, hold on. No, Daisy and Tucker. I think it's Tucker.
Okay, it might be Tucker.
Tucker and Daisy and Emerald, and Diamond is the mother. I'm gonna say the oldest looking pup is on the left, and that's Diamond. And this is their pool. You can see the ladder to the pool, right?
Yeah.
And what's funny, and I know this can't be, but doesn't that look like the railing of a pontoon boat?
Yeah, maybe.
And but it's, I know they have a deck right there, so maybe this just blocks them. Oh, I know what it is. It's a lounge chair sitting downwards, blocking him so they can't get on the deck. See the arm of the chair right to the left?
Okay.
So I figured it out finally.
It is.
But you guys had me because I'm like, that looks like a party barge.
It does.
The pontoon boat.
It did.
Because it's rounded at the corner. I figured out, and I was sitting there. And only I cared about it. Let's get back out and see. Let me show
Tom
you.
and Rhonda have a channel.
Yeah, stand by.
Tom and Rhonda at home with Tom and Rhonda Howard. There you go.
There you go. That's their YouTube channel.
Yes.
At home with Tom and Rhonda Howard. You got to put it all together.
Yes. Absolutely.
Can't just say Tom and Rhonda.
No.
You can't say at home with Tom and Rhonda. It's got to be at home with Tom and Rhonda Howard.
Yes.
So,
all right. There you go.
All righty. And we'll probably see them in a chat tonight somewhere. Because they're always around.
Yeah.
And about.
They are.
Okay.
So.
Thanks again. And we got more from them.
Oh, we do.
We're stocked up on them.
Yeah. We are. But we need more other furry friends.
Where's that one at?
So you can send your furry friends to twooldpeopleonacouch@gmail.com.
One of a person I knew today was asking about that. So just take a freeze frame, unless we spelled this wrong, which I don't think we did. But I just told her, 2 old people on a couch @gmail.com.
Because a lot of people have sent them in. So I'm thinking
listen to me. We are
old.
We are old and we botch it. People say, hey, email us and we'll get back in touch with you.
Yeah.
So we email them and then like a day or two later, we get these things that come back. It used to be instantaneous. Yeah. That's not a good email address, right? Yeah. Now we get kickbacks like a day or two later said, that's not a good email.
That's not good.
Can Google Gmail, Google's Gmail. Can you work on that a little bit? If it's a bad email, kick it back right away.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us what you have for us in the news?
Yeah, okay. Let's get out to the news
Let's
first,
get out to the
okay?
news.
But a lot's going on, a lot behind the scenes, We could talk about some of the news people out there saying that people had voted prior to it, but Gavin Newsome won today.
Oh, good.
And, everybody loves them out there in
They
California.
do love
They
him in
love 'em.
California.
You know, they're not protesting in the streets to get rid of all the mandates.
No, they love it.
Here's the thing. Who would have thought that of all people, Trump would turn anti-vaxxers, like super anti-vaxxers that live in California, right? That are against vaccines, right?
Yeah.
Flip it around to where the people that were anti-vaxxers voting in and wanting vaccines now. I mean, only Trump could do. Trump turned anti-vaxxers into people that want to be vaccinated just because they don't like him. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's like, we hate Trump. We want it now. I'm lost with that. But let's get some pictures. I mean, people love pictures, right?
They do.
Let's get out to some pictures.
Okay.
Oh, here you go. This is General Millie. Millie. I think it's Millie. But book's coming out right now. It's the same guy that broke Watergate. You know, remember Richard Nixon and Watergate? And it was like big news, right? And boy, he had to go, right? Well, they wrote a book. Him and this other guy collaborated. And of course, they knew this information months ago, but instead of saving our country and everything like that and releasing it, they wanted to make millions, right? So they held on to it for months. And now it's coming out that this general here that was in charge of the Afghan pullout and everything, and we know how good that went, right?
Oh, it went great.
And, you know, now it's pretty much the Taliban are working with the Chinese now, right? You know, that all worked out perfect, you know? Well, this guy had a back channel to the Chinese, and he was telling the Chinese, look, you know, I know Trump lost the election and everything, and boy, you know, if he's going to do any kind of a surprise attack on you, don't worry about it. We will tell you that, you know, he's got a plan. You know, because we got things going on with Taiwan, and who knows, well, they might have information that that lab was something, right? Like that. Who knows? But the Chinese were like, so he goes and he calls them and says, yeah, guys, don't worry. If Trump has something up his sleeve, I'm going to warn you in advance that it's imminent or something like that. So you can, it's just like, what if we had a person like that, a general with the Japanese army back in World War II, that would just say, hey, guys, you know, don't worry about it. Japan is going to secretly attack Pearl Harbor. Do you think the attack would have been a success?
No, absolutely not.
And it would be almost, think it would be like treasonous for a Japanese general to do that, right?
It would be. It would be.
I'm just saying, you know, you can't pick who the commander-in-chief. The commander-in-chief is the commander-in-chief. And whether you like him or don't. Like, I don't really particularly like what Biden's doing right now, right? But you can't go behind that guy's back and do stuff if you're a general.
Yeah.
He's a commander-in-chief. That doesn't give you the right to all of a sudden start thinking, well, I don't like the commander-in-chief, I'll just do whatever. You know, I was an airman. If I didn't like my supervisor, which I didn't at one time, I liked a lot of my supervisors, but I had one I didn't like too much. And I kind of gave him a hard time, and he gave me a 0 EPR because I didn't like him. And, you know, I was getting out. So anybody in the military knows, no big deal, right? You know, or 3. He gave me a 3 EPR.
I was like, he didn't give you a 0.
He gave me a 3. But anybody that just does what they're supposed to gets a 4, right? So he gave me a 3, and I kind of, you know, because he didn't like me. I got to do what the guy says. I can't go around telling people I don't like my supervisor, which I did. And it kind of didn't,
go well.
It was good because he was cross-training, and I knew more about my equipment than he did. So I would embarrass him in front of the other airmen. Yeah, that didn't go over too well, you know, so. So you get in trouble.
Yes.
If you go above. So we got that. Boy, you want to fill in on your military experience?
No, right, I have no military experience.
Yeah, I was a 3 EPR, but I was getting out. And even my commander said, dude, you are not a 3 EPR. I mean, the captain. I played softball with him, you know, so I know. And he's like, dude, you're not a 3 EPR. You should come. come on down here. Oh, but I already had mocked the guy. So the captain was like, I really can't do nothing now. Because now you really,
Yeah.
I can't support you now because you went against your supervisor. Yeah. But if you would have just came to me, I'm like, that's not the way I work. I like to get it out in the open, tell it like it is. Yeah. Boy, I had trouble back in my day. I could not keep the old zipper.
You couldn't.
And I had a mug.
Glad you overcome that.
Listen, I got it still. I got a mug that says 3 EPR on it, right?
I don't know where that's at right now.
And I would go around and then advertise that I was a sucky airman, right? Just because people would be like, didn't you volunteer to do this, go over to Saudi? You did all this. Are you kidding me? You're a 3 EPR? And then I would say, yeah, I'm a 3 EPR. I love it. Then I couldn't mock it anymore. Yeah. They told me, shh, you can't zip it. So I embraced it. I was like, I love being a 3 EPR. Nobody could do anything to me because I was mocking it by saying how proud I was that my supervisor gave me a 3 EPR. Now, being proud of getting a rating is not bad.
No.
See how I twisted things around?
Yeah, you did.
I'm good at it that way.
You are.
And I use reverse psychology on the guy all the time. With reverse psychology, I say, there's no way you can make me do that detail if I wanted to do the detail. See, the one detail got off at 11 a.m. So I said, you can't make me do that detail. It's trash. It's going around the base picking up trash. Don't make me do that. And he'd go, you're doing it. And then meanwhile, I'm off at 11 to 12 o'clock and had the rest of the day to go to the pool. So, boy, I got off this. I'm acting like my dad right now. I just totally veered this whole thing off.
You did.
Let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track.
So that's it. Everybody get my gist there, or do you want me to explain it again?
No, please don't.
All right, let's get on to the next one. All right. Boom. Okay. One of our favorite lovely ladies here. Let me bring it up, folks. This, of course, is AOC. And boy, she was a bartender. And, she knows stuff,
She does?
She's like versed in taxation and how businesses work and everything like that by talking to the people behind the bar, right?
Yes.
But so she's going to this Met Gala, which is this big, this big, huge, rich people's Illuminati style, go out there and flaunt how rich and famous you are. It costs like $350,000 to get a table there and $30,000 just to attend. So that's like almost $400,000 there. And she's invited to go there or something, and she wears Tax the Rich. I mean, she's going to the party telling everybody there, and they love it. They're like, tax the rich. I don't know. And it's kind of, I don't know. And, she doesn't have a mask on, This is how wacky the whole world is. She does not have a mask on. But her minion, that has to do all her, the little person, they got them in their evil black masks, right?
Yeah.
Thou shall be lower than me and have your mask on.
Oh, stop.
I don't have to have it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of freaky because, what is she doing? She's just kind of like,
it's
her job
like a
just
wedding
to
dress.
Hold it so it doesn't fall apart or something?
AOC's dress looks like a wedding dress.
I know. But here we go. It's just New York's love her. They keep voting her in. There's no nefarious stuff going on. They love it. They love getting taxed more.
Okay.
And nobody's leaving New York in Banshees. They love it there.
They love it there. All right.
So let's keep going on here. All right?
All right.
Okay, we got out here, and then the Newsome, we talked about that earlier. That was a long time ago, because I go winded.
You are winded.
He won the re-election. There were, even though people voted, right? Went down to vote, and they said, you can't vote, you already voted. And they're like, I didn't vote already. And it just so happens those people were all Republicans.
Yeah.
But let's set that aside. All right. So let's just say Californians love their control and everything.
Yeah.
So, boy, right after he won, then L.A. County plans to, come out with a proof of, the mandate, and have your passport, vaccine passport, at indoor bars, nightclubs, breweries, and wine. You might as well just say everywhere that is fun.
Yeah.
now the young people are like, I don't want to get it, but I want to go out and have a rip-roaring good time, but it'll never stop. You know how it goes. So
Yeah.
It'll be 1, then 2, then 4, then 10, and they So there you go. That's what, and they love. Like most people are paying like 60% tax now in LA. It's crazy. 60%.
That's why a lot
tax.
of people are leaving.
They're bailing to go to what? Let's go to this page. Look at this here. Okay. This is, let's say, your typical bar here in Oklahoma. Now, I know the one girl looks like she's wearing a mask, but it's
not.
the mic.
It's the mic.
But it kind of threw me off. I'm like, one person has a mask on. No, nobody has a mask on. The girls are all there, and guess what the girls want?
What?
Girls want alcohol and guys. You know what the guys want? Girls with lots of alcohol, so they'll actually think they're good looking.
Yeah.
Okay. And boom, So they're just having a rip-roaring good time here in Oklahoma and Texas and all the red states. Not you people that keep voting in your Democratic leaders, boy. You get, let's see if I can go, you get this, right? Like 2 people there going, well, this ain't fun,
Yeah.
And I look like an idiot with my muzzle on, but,
Yeah.
Hey. And where's the there is plexiglass there. See?
Oh, there is plexiglass.
Hold on, let's get it up here.
Oh,
But it's
very
way
high.
up. Is it off?
It's high and off to the.
And there's
to the
something wrong
side.
here because you know what we do here. Whenever they put that up here in Oklahoma for a little while, right?
Yeah.
And they still haven't taken it down, just I guess because they spent money to put it up, so they're leaving it up right now.
Yeah.
And we all just shift over to the side,
so
like,
we can talk to him.
And then we go back to the cash register, and she rings you up, and then you come over here, and you get your money back, and then you go back behind the plexiglass, So it's ridiculous. And even the counter person that's working back there goes, I don't want to talk through this, and they shift over with us.
They do.
It's fun. It's a lot of good times. So
it is.
we got that. What else we got?
I think we're done. Yeah.
Just partying up there in Oklahoma. We're having a rip-roaring good time. But hey, the young people, there's a lot of people out there in California that do not like these restrictions at all. The masks, they don't like they don't want their kids in the. But boy, they keep on voting in the people that have fun, guys.
Yeah.
They're like, we won and we get to wear our masks more. Awesome.
Yeah.
Go
for it.
Look at us having fun over here, going to our football. Oh, and sporting events too, like the LA Rams and all that stuff with that big, nice, fancy building, right? Well, they're just telling them you have to be vaccinated to go to those games. Now, do you think that's going to help the revenue?
No.
Or do you think there's going to be fans like, well, would have been fun to go, but I'm an anti-vaxxer, and maybe not anti-vaxxer. I just don't want the experimental one yet.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait a couple years before I go to a football game.
Yeah.
Boom. It's got to be good for business,
It is very good for business.
And, people are just going to be stressing out there in California now, and they're just going to be miserable. They don't have any money because they're taxed. So what do? You just start drugging yourself and getting miserable and feeling terrible and live out on the streets. And that's what happens out there. Okay.
All right.
So you want to get to the scenario?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Okay, here we go. All right. Let's say you have a house, okay?
I do.
You do have a house. Let's say I said within the next 4 weeks, your house is going to be arsoned, burnt to the ground. All right? I said that, okay? Ready? Let's keep going. And I say, that's going to happen. And then within 4 weeks, let's say I also have invested in the fire department and the things that will protect the house later on in advance from a fire.
Yeah.
I've invested in that company, right? And all that stuff. So now you're a detective, right? You hire, a detective to come figure out who set your house on fire. Who's the first person that you would go to as your main...
The person that invested in the fire department and the things to keep your house from catching on fire.
And also told you it was gonna
catch on fire.
Well, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
we got Dr. Fauci, right?
Oh my.
And BG. Well, let's start with BG. Bill.
Yeah.
The rich guy that owns
BG.
a software company, right? Or used to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they both came out and said there will be
Yeah, I know.
a
Yeah.
pandemic.
I know.
Right? Okay?
I know.
Right? No. They both came out.
Man, you're going long.
And Fauci said it's going to happen during this administration. Right? Trump's administration.
Yeah, I know. We've already covered this.
But there's a lot of people that still believe all this is true, though, and they don't believe that. But I'm talking, you could tell a fifth grader or below these same scenarios. I'm like, that was that guy right there, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you should look at him.
Yeah.
He's going to benefit from it and make lots of money.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Dr. Fauci, do you know who he's married to?
Yeah, sort of do.
Yeah,
but
well,
I can't remember.
There's the FDA that approves these drugs, but they don't. They approve them, but it has to pass this other organization and get clearance, and then the FDA puts their stamp of approval on it. His wife controls the organization that puts the approval on it and then sends it off to the FDA.
Okay. Cool.
Nothing to see here.
Oh my. We're never getting money.
Nothing to see here, people. That's it.
Okay.
If you made it this far,
Good luck for you.
put
All right.
wacky doodle in the comments down below.
All right. So, until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.